Right. Right. Live again. So, sorry about that. Because I'm such an absolute consummate professional, I forgot to plug my laptop in. And battery ran out, stream went fruity. Tried to reconnect to the original stream, but couldn't. So I'm starting afresh, a whole new world. Yeah, got no viewers now. My career is over because of that one blunder. So what I was so eloquently talking about is that I've lost my bar roll. No, I haven't. What I was so eloquently talking about was that I can run this either under there or under there, and that is absolutely fine. So that's I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. And then my old viewers back? No. Hey, still here, loyal as an old dog. That's what we like to see. I'm terribly sorry that I let you down. I can't believe it. I had to cut the last one short because I forgot my charger. This time I got my charger. I forgot to plug the thing in. Numpty. So, I'm happy with those cables as they are. I mean, it looks nuts, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. So that's all good. So we've got. See again though, what's going on with this? This seems to. Yeah, there's something going on there. The twist shifter keeps on snagging. That's definitely not right. I can pull it from that end and that end, but not. Interesting. What we might have to do is take it off and recable it, because I might have done something daft. Wouldn't be the first time. We can leave the cable housings as they are. Oh, there go me ferals. God damn it. Don't worry. I found them. So, let's move this over here a bit. Oh, where's my workshop? Let's do a bit of recameraing. So you can. That's it. So, what's going on here then? These. I wonder if it's just a tensioning thing. I wonder if, whether if there's no tension on the cables, maybe they just don't bite properly to the. Because they seem fine now. Now I've taken it off. Okay. mean, that all feels absolutely feels good. Yeah, I think that's okay. I don't know. Does it matter which one is on top at the back? So many unanswered questions. Let's have a look at what they say on the old website. So they call cable 14 is the one coming out at the bottom. I'm going to make some notes. I didn't make enough notes. Let's make a note. So we've got so there's the thing, there's the twisty. We've got two things there, and they call cable 14 goes in here and out there. That's 14. Cable 1 goes in on the right and comes out here. That's cable 1. Then at the back of the beast, we have to go to the change. We don't want to change the twist shifter cable. We want to here we go, external gear mech. That's what I've got. Oh, it's that lovely woman's voice again.
You can fit the shifter cable to the external gear mech.
External gear mech.
When replacing the shifter cables, you will require
so relaxed. I like to imagine she's sort of just reclining on a velvet chaise longue in a forest clearing somewhere, telling people how to mend their roll-offs. I'm not listening to her, sorry. Yeah, I've got all of that. Whatevs.
Pull the shifter cable completely through the housing, checking the housing is seated correctly in the shifter and routed smoothly along the frame without any unnecessary cables. Pull a shifter cable out to its bed stop. In this drill, we've chosen to trim the cable that rotates the shifter towards gear 1 first.
So that's 1.
This cable must be measured.
Yeah.
Cable measuring aid or a tape measure and trimmed 200 millimeters from the housing. Make sure that the cable is pulled taut before cutting.
measure, pull taut, and trim.
Unscrew the two barrel adjustments by approximately 2 millimeters and thread these onto the shifter cables. For orientation, on the right move routed the cable into the cable box. The top cable is shifter cable number 14.
That's what I need to know. The top cable is shifter cable 14. So the bottom of the shifter, so this one goes into the top of the box the way I'm mounting it. So this one needs to come out of this. So this cable housing should be, I've got it all in a mess anyway, but might as well at least. So this one, so what did I say? Shifter cable, I've forgotten what I said and I've let go of the cable. Oh, March of Idiots. What was she saying? Come on, nicely voiced lady. Talk to me about roll-offs. So 14 comes from the bottom and goes into the top. So I measured the top. So the bottom cable from the shifter goes into the top from the jobber. Here we go. I'll come back. Ah, dearie me. Oh, I forgot to put my ferrule on. Forgot to put my ferrule on. Ah, do you think it's a German speaking English? Whatever. She's got a lovely voice. And from now on, if I ever can't sleep, I'll be going to the Roll Off YouTube channel and just pressing play on their English versions of their mechanic videos. There's not actually that many of them. It's probably not going to get through a serious bout of insomnia, but you know, it's pleasant. Right, come back. Okay, so now this one, don't forget the ferrule, whatever. Nutty. So. Okay. All right, let's nip that back up tight. And see whether we have shifting action. Yep. 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 That's all good. Yep. Yep. Okay, I'm happy with that. So, we happy with that? We happy with that? Oh, I've got to snip cables now. It's terrifying. So scary. Right, I'm going to try and do a little shifty so I can get in there and not constantly have my back to you good folk out there in YouTube land. Or are you the good folk in the real world and I'm the good folk in YouTube land? These are the philosophical questions of our age. It must be answered. Right. So now what we need to, I need to keep track of all my tools for a start before I lose my marbles. So I need to make sure the roll-off is in the same gear as the shifter. I'm going to have to watch the little video again. Sorry, people. This is quite meta. Watching me on YouTube, watching videos on YouTube, it's like Gogglebox. If you have Gogglebox in your respective countries. If you don't, you're not missing anything. So,
regardless of which direction the cable box is mounted, shifter cable 14 is inserted into the upper right hole of the cable pulley and secured with a 2mm Allen key. Shifter cable number 1.
okay, so I need to trim my cables before. So I just got a text message. So we need to clip these cables down. Definitely. See, my camera crew are failing me again because I'm going back down on my knees here. Back on your knees, dog. Old man noises. How does that actually come out? Okay. Sorry, I've gone a bit, gone a little quiet all of a sudden. It's that battery running out thing. It's broken my flow. My banter's gone. I don't like cutting cables. I don't like cutting things. I've got to cut the cables. At some point, I'm going to have to cut my steerer tube as well. I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, so this goes on there like that. They go into there like that. We've got the tension adjusters. They sit in there. So actually we've got quite a so we've got tension adjusters that sit in the little box like that. So the length of those needs to be incorporated into our, so we need to snip the housing about see this is worrying. This is worrying. If I snip it too short, it's only going to be a couple of mils. So if that's okay. Should have done this before I put the cables back in. I have to take the cables out to snip the housing, aren't I? Knob end. Oh well. Okay, let's do this, people. Let's snip some housing. Let's take the bloody cables out again first, though. This is my motif as a mechanic. Do everything twice. And then people say, measure twice, cut once. I just say, do everything twice. Often 3 times. In the case of taping my rim, 4 times. Just put those over there for a second. Right, where's my cable snips? They're over here, of course they're over here. Okay. So, it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Let's read some comments instead of doing any work. Notice you have flat pedals, no clipless for you. Have you considered having pedals that clip in one side and that are flat on the other? So, I started cycling with flats. Then I cycled to Scotland and I went to see some friends up there and they said exactly the same thing. Why don't you try clipless? So I had a go on a bike that belonged to a mate that was SPD's and I really liked it. And I bought some and I sorted my bike out with them. And I went cycling and I had really awful problems with my Achilles tendons during that, to the point where I had to give up that ride and go home. And for a while after that, I had real nasty pain in my tendons and I couldn't work out why. And I can't remember why I started cycling without pedals. I think I just was waiting for new cleats or something. And as soon as I stopped using those clipped pedals, all the pain went away. So I just sort of assumed that having something about the angle of my feet, or and I went to proper shops and got set up and everything. I just assumed it was something to do with that was doing my tendons in. So I stopped riding with them. And now, more recently, I think I've actually realised that what was doing my tendons in was having my saddle was too high. So, because it has recurred recently, and I found that dropping the saddle a little bit helps massively. But yeah, so I did enjoy riding clipped in, but I also find that because I'm more and more going off road, that being clipped in is just a pain. You can only do so many of those ungainly sideways topples into the mud before you just stop seeing the advantage. And as with many things, something I've noticed when you talk to people about cycling, people love to talk about efficiency and all this stuff, you know. So people who are really into riding clipless will talk to you about, you know, power delivery ratios and all this stuff. And I just don't know if any of it really matters that much. I mean, it does matter. Of course it matters. It's like the first time I ever went off on a big cycle tour, I cycled up to Scotland. I rode for 6 weeks, and mostly I did that on roads. I mean, little tarmacy roads and gravel roads, but mostly it was on roads. And I was on big knobbly off-road tires because I didn't know any better. And people would see me and they'd say, "Oh my God, you've cycled all the way here on those tires. You're crazy." But it was all right. You know, it was fine. I did it. I had a great time. This last summer when I was on a trip, I had 2 tents with me. And people would say, "Oh, what? You're carrying like an extra 2 kilograms of tent. You're nuts." And yeah, it was extra weight, but do you know what I mean? You just take it slow. I'm never trying to get anywhere quick. It's not like I'm in a race. So I just, yeah, I think the clipless thing is, they're good. They are good. They definitely serve a purpose, but I'm not that bothered enough. I once, when I was riding with them and I was crossing, there's a big road near where I live, 4 lanes, 2 going either way, and in the middle there's a sort of grass place where you wait as a pedestrian to get across the road. And I cycled to that middle lane. There was stationary traffic in 4 lanes crawling past, and I did the thing of not unclipping properly and just toppling sideways, and hundreds of people saw. And all the cars, it was a nice sunny day, so we all had the windows open, and they all just crawled past in the traffic going, "You're right, mate. Took a bit of tumble there, did you?" And I just had to lie on the ground going, "Yeah, I'm an idiot." That was the most public of many, many sideways topples that I took. So what's that? That's about an extra 5 mil. So what's that? That's a bit more than that. It's about 8 mil goes into the tensioners. So that one's going into the top. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to snip. Oh, it's terrifying. It's like leaping off a tall building. Ah, I did it. That felt awful. Still, nice clean snip at least. It's nice to have the right tools for something. Okay. So that's looking all right. Whee! Hold your boots there. Calm down. Let's not go crazy. And then this one, we do it about there. God, they're efficient, these cable snips. I hope that was all right. That all felt a bit final. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, so you got the double-sided pedals. Yeah, it's definitely lets you deliver a bit more power. I do miss them when I'm climbing long, slow hills sometimes, but you've only ever fallen off twice. I must have done it once a week. I never really got the hang of it. And I rode with them for over a year, but yeah, I just never really got to grips with it. Right. So, do we think? So we've got questions now. Do we need a ferrule on this end? Is that a thing? Do we think that's a thing? She doesn't mention it in the video, so maybe not. Let's have a look. So, what's the beautifully voiced lady saying?
The top cable is shifter cable number 14. The lower is shifter cable number 1. Please also take note of the correct orientation.
She doesn't even mention it.
The side with the recess with the two barrel adjusters by approximately 2 millimeters and thread these onto the shifter cables. For orientation, on the right flip routing the cable into the cable.
Yes. Okay, let's do this. Oh, this is exciting. Is everyone excited? Bet you are. This is like, wow, what is it like? It's like all kinds of Christmases coming at once. Some dude in England getting a bike sorted out. So, okay. So now, top cable on the shifter goes to the bottom thing on here. So that is bottom. It's this one. So that's that. That one, that one, that one. Okay. So this is the bottom. So this is the top cable on the shifter. Getting the hang of this now, aren't I? Finally oiled machine. Ferrules are still on there. Everything is looking groovy. Should probably clear the ends of those up. That felt a little bit. Yeah, should probably get something a little bit pointy in there. What can I use for that? I could use. clear that up a little bit. It's not really the tool for that. Need something a little more, a little sharper. Let's try that. Pokey pokey. Okay, a little bit smoother. So, now we're getting there. Hey. Oh, this is all very fiddly. Okay, so now we need to cut the cables as well, which is just as scary as cutting the housings, if not more so. And I believe we need 200mm at full extension on the end of each one. I'm just going to double check that. I'm almost certain that's what Nice Voice Lady said. The top cable is shifter cable number 14. Correct orientation of the cable pulley itself. Oh, I've missed it. Where's the bit where she cuts them? Here we go. Measure, pull taut, and trim. Oh, just... $200mm. So we pull it all the way to the cable stop. We measure 200mm exactly, not a millimetre more, not a millimetre less. $200, 20 centimetres. Okay, this is fiddly. I'm going to mark this with something. Mark this with a pen that I'd lost. Where's my pen? I had a pen. I had a pen, loads of, that'll do, that's a pen. Here I am, don't worry. Woo. Okay, put that down there, don't need to worry about that. So, 20 centimeters, 200 millimeters, 200 of your standard earth millimeters. 200 millimeters is 20 centimeters. 20 centimeters is exactly there. Exactly there. No more, no less. No socks, no shoes. Okay. Here we go. I hate it. I hate it. I did it. I did it. It happened. I clipped it off. Double measure, double measure. Oh my God. Check. Did I get it right? Yes. 200 millimeters. Now we go the other way. We pull that through. We measure 200 millimeters. Snipped. Snipped, snipped, and double snipped. Okay, so now we've got to bind this around the pulley in some crazy way. I'm going to have to watch her do because it's a bit fiddly. Okay.
Now trim the second cable the same way. Pull the cable until the shifter reaches the other headstock. Measure, pull taut, and trim.
Their cables look a lot. Oh, maybe not.
Unscrew the two barrel adjusters by approximately 2 millimeters and thread these onto the shifter cables. For orientation, on the right we have routed the cable into the cable box. The top cable is shifter cable number 14.
I don't know about this. These both look a lot longer than mine when they're. They said 200 mil. They said 200 mil. I was just following orders, Your Honour. Let's get some more ferrules going. Okay. And that goes in there like that. Beautiful. That goes in there like that. Also beautiful. And then, okay, so now all that remains to be done is to take this little winding pulley and this. What do we need there? That's like, is that a tiny hex or a tiny torque wrench? It's a tiny 2mm torque, 2mm hex, I think. Okay. Okay. So got to check the reference on this because it is a bit crazy the way you have to wrap it round. So let me just check that these are, so I haven't messed this up. So that's going up here, up here, up here, up here, into the bottom. Perfect. Perfect.
Regardless of which direction the cable box is mounted, shifter cable 14 is inserted into the upper blind hole of the cable frame and secured with a 2mm Allen key. Always faces the speaker. The shifter cables. For orientation, on the right we have routed the cable into the cable box. The top cable is shifter cable number 14. The lower is shifter cable number 1.
Okay, so we're all good.
Also take note of the correct orientation of the cable box. The side with the recess always faces the speaker. Regardless of which direction the cable box is mounted, shifter cable 14 is inserted into the upper blind hole of the cable frame and secured with a 2mm Allen key. Shifter cable number 1 goes into the remaining lower blind hole and is secured from behind with a 2mm Allen key.
Okay. Right, that's all good. And that goes into there like that. So now comes the wrapping of the cables around the pulley. Again, mine look a bit shorter than theirs. Yeah.
Wrap shifter cable number 1 around the cable pulley once and hold it.
Shifter cable number 1, that's the bottom one. Wrap shifter cable number 1 around. How does she do that?
Secured from behind with a 2mm Allen key. Wrap shifter cable number 1 around the cable pulley once and hold it in this position whilst doing the same with shifter cable number 14 in the opposite direction.
So, do that again, nice voice lady.
Wrap shifter cable number 1 around the cable ring once and hold it in this position, whilst doing the same with shifter cable number 15 in the opposite direction. Place the wrapped cable ring into the cable box with the shifter cable 14 in the top position. Ensure the barrel adjusters are seated.
I've done this wrong. I've done this totally wrong. That's no way. That's my cables are too short. How can that be? Are they too short? They bloody look too short to me. Oh, you scumbag. How can that be? They were 200 mil each. Oh, no. They're definitely too short. Yeah, that's definitely too short. Oh, balls. What an absolute cock up. How can that be? Well, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Maybe it's just very, very... Maybe they're not. Maybe it's just a super tight fit. Okay. Okay. Everyone can cross their collective fingers and toes or clench your thumbs or whatever it is you do in your particular culture to signify good luck. Right. So, here's the upper hole. It actually looks quite fiddly the way this wraps, but actually it's dead sensible and makes perfect sense. You just follow the grooves in the little pulley. It's nice to have a bit of drama though, isn't it? Thinking that I might have cut them too short. We can all, have a bit of excitement in our day. Crazy Saturday wildness. Oh, is anyone commenting on that? What are we saying here? Ha. Yeah, you get out there, mate. Oh, dipping. I'm pretty jealous. I'm pretty jealous, man. Well, if you're gone, I hope you're having fun. If you ever come back, I hope you enjoyed your ride and then a dip in a geothermal pool. That sounds amazing. So anyway, thank you for the comments. Enjoy your ride. And we shall see you another time, perhaps. To anyone who's still watching, it's a pleasure to have you here. Oh! Called out me. Wonder if I've knackered the ends of these cables from unscrewing them. So I don't drop the tiny grub screw. That's never a good thing. I have somewhat knackered the ends of these, so I don't think they're going to want to easily go into the little hole, so I can snick these grub screws down, but there we go. Okay, let's try that again. So we wrap this one around here like that. We wrap this one around here like that. Now, Is that? Well, it looks a lot easier in the video, that's for sure. I think I could have probably done with an extra mil on those cables, but that is my fault and I'll have to live with it. Right, what's the voice lady saying?
Be certain that the cable pulley runs smooth by rotating the twist shifter.
Be certain the cable pulley runs smoothly. This is going to be the real kicker here. Okay, that's running. Yeah, that runs. I'm shifting. Awesome. Ooh, my YouTube has just switched to me. I'm watching my own stream on YouTube. That's freaky. I've got to stop that. Weird.
Once the cables have been threaded into the shifter and the housing has been routed to the rear cable.
Yeah, come on.
Regardless of which direction the cable box is mounted, shifter cable 14 is inserted into the upper blind hole of the cable. Which direction the cable box is mounted, the lower is shifter cable number 1. Please also take note of the correct orientation of the upper blind hole. Wrap shifter cable number 1 around the cable pulley once and hold it in this position whilst doing the same with shifter cable number 14 in the opposite direction. Place the wrapped cable pulley into the cable box with the shifter cable 14 in the top position. Ensure the barrel adjusters are seated correctly at the cable box exits. Be certain that the cable pulley runs smoothly by rotating the twist shifter through all 14 gears. Fit and secure the cable box with 2 TX20 screws to complete this stage of the shifter cable replacement. For connecting the two components.
Okay, so I'm just going to monkey with my tension a little bit. That's pretty good. So, right. See, if I was a proper live streamer, I would have another camera so I could show you what I was actually doing. But I'm not, so I haven't. I'm putting the little pulley box back together now, though. I'm calling this done, which is jolly exciting, I have to say. What do I need for these? These are tea. Well, I don't know about everyone, but where I come from, it's probably approaching lunchtime. All I had for breakfast, rather weirdly, was a tin of sticklebacks in pickled sauce on toast. Sticklebacks being a type of small fish, which I didn't even know was edible. But someone gave me a tin of them for Christmas. So I thought I'd try those. They were quite nice. Kind of sardine-y, in a sort of oniony, slightly vinegary sauce. It's rather pleasant, but it wasn't the most filling of meals, I have to say. So I'm rumbling in the stomach regions a little bit. Okay, so now I believe I have to make sure that the hub and the end thing are both in. So I need to turn this anti-clockwise to its bed stop. Turn anti-clockwise to its bed stop. I'd do anything she asked me to, that lady, with her lovely voice. Okay, that is. Oh, yeah. What happened there? Ah, okay, that's annoying. Okay, does that matter? Probably doesn't matter. Whee! No, that shouldn't have come off, but oh well. Once again, doesn't matter. I'll sort that out later. So now I need to grease that all up and get that back on there. Okay. Let's get some grease, a little bit of grease. Got a little bit of grease here. A little bit of grease on this side as well. Always nice to get everything greased up to the max. And then I'm going to wipe off my greasy fingers because I don't want to get grease everything, because I'm not in a workshop, I'm in my house. So what's a bit short on rags. Here we go. I know for a fact my old skanky trousers are in here somewhere, and they're going into the rag bin anyway, so that'll do for now. This is all my scrubby biking gear in here, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. And then this goes on like this. There was a tip that she gave for getting this seated as well.
Lightly coat the contact areas with a gear mag and cable pulley for 50 degrees. Rotating the shifter slightly back and forth helps the two components.
Okay.
Secure the cable box in place with the knurled nut. Use the barrel adjusters to correct cable tension. A minimum of 2 millimeters is required. As the final step, check that all 14 speeds are present, keeping in mind that 14 speeds is 13 indexed.
Right. So I reckon I could stand to have a little bit more grease on there. That's a moving. That's a. Okay. Remember to take these out to the rag shed. Okay then. Yes. Success. Oh, this is awesome. Look at that. Look at that. We have roll-off action. So now I should be able to go through all the gears, I think. So that should be in 14. So we should go 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweet as cherry pie. Hey! Oh, that was fairly successful. It only took me all day. Look at that. Wee! Yip yeah. Boom shanker. Okay. Right. What's next then, people? What is next? Tell you what's next, for me at least, is probably to go and have a sandwich, because I am starving hungry. And there's only 4 people watching, which is not bad for my pathetic numbers, but nonetheless, I'm going to go and have some lunch. What time is it? Oh yeah, it's 3:30. Goodness me. Okay, I'm going to go and have some lunch, and then I'm going to come back and I'm just going to start going again. So if you're enjoying this roller coaster of bicycle emotion, then yeah, come and look for me in about, I don't know, another half hour, 45 minutes or something. And we'll do some more of this crazy game called Bike Wrench. But for now, thank you very much for watching if you've been watching, and maybe I'll see you very shortly. Toodle pip.